to welcome Dato Monoliza Binti Suami, the esteemed Director General of the Maritime Institute of Malaysia. With her vast experience and deep expertise in maritime affairs, she has played a pivotal role in advancing maritime research, policy development and regional cooperation in the maritime sector. Her leadership at the Maritime Institute of Malaysia has been instrumental in promoting sustainable practices, maritime safety and innovative solutions for the industry. As ma'am could not join among us, so we have a short keynote address by her.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, Dr. Abhay Singh, Gujarat Maritime University, esteemed keynote speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great honor for me to join you at the 48th Annual Conference on Oceans Law and Policy co-hosted this year by the World Maritime University, Gujarat Maritime University, and the United States Naval War College. On behalf of the Maritime Institute of Malaysia, MIMA, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizers for affording me the privilege to address this distinguished gathering. While I regret that I am unable to be with you in person, I am nevertheless very pleased to participate virtually and to share Malaysia's perspectives at this important platform. COLP has long been regarded as a premier platform for advancing dialogue on the law of the sea, and I am delighted to contribute to this year's important deliberations. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this year's COLP, Developing World Approaches to Ocean Governance, Perspectives from the Indian Ocean Rim, represents an important juncture for developing countries like Malaysia, as well as most of the Indian Ocean Rim countries. It provides a timely platform for these states to articulate their perspectives, share their experiences, and advance inclusive approaches to ocean governance that reflect the realities of the global south. On behalf of MIMA, I am deeply honored that this collaboration has been sustained, and it is our aspiration to continue advancing this high-impact academic platform. MIMA remains firmly committed to supporting COLP in underlining the enduring relevance of the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea UNCLOS framework, particularly in the face of today's ever-changing maritime landscape. In 2022, MIMA hosting the 45th COP with the Stockton Center for International Law, United States Naval War College. The conference, which coincided with the 40th anniversary of UNCLOS, was held virtually from 16 to 18 March and attracted more than 1,100 participants worldwide. Key discussions that year revolved around emerging non-traditional security challenges in the Asia-Pacific, as well as the implications of the law of the sea amidst the world recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. The outcomes of this landmark event have since been compiled into a publication entitled UNCLOS at 40, which continues to serve as a valuable reference on the resilience and relevance of the UNCLOS regime. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of the Indian Ocean is immense and reverberates beyond its geographic limits. It is a vital conduit of international trade, housing several integral sea lines of communications such as the Straits of Hormuz and the Straits of Malacca. The Straits of Malacca alone account for nearly 1/4 of global seaborne trade volume. At its largest extent, the Indian Ocean Rim in total oversees the shipment of up to 80% of the world's oil products and 0.84 billion tons of cargo through its waters annually. In addition, it is also a vital conduit for critical infrastructures such as submarine cables connecting the countries within the region with each other and to the rest of the world. Malaysia has maintained close relations with states within the Indian Ocean Rim, especially through the Indian Ocean Rim Association (IORA), of which it has been an active member since 1997. Malaysia's membership in IORA is imperative given its status as a developing nation in line with its foreign policy of supporting South-South cooperation among the developing world. Malaysia is committed to many of IORA's initiatives on various issues relevant to ensuring peace and stability in the Indian Ocean, such as maritime security, the blue economy, academic and scientific collaboration between member states, and many more. To this end, Myanmar has always been at the forefront of Malaysia's IORA engagement as a center of excellence for training and exchange of expertise between IORA member states. Needless to say, the Indian Ocean is vast and plentiful. However, it is also bound with emerging challenges prevalent for a body of water of its size and importance. Given its economic significance, the Indian Ocean is simultaneously a hotspot of maritime crime such as IUU fishing, piracy and armed robbery at sea, and illicit maritime trade. Aside from that, the region is also at the forefront of climate change, with sea level rise and fish stock depletion cited as among its major repercussions. Meanwhile, the increasingly tense global geopolitical landscape is adding another layer of complexity to the region, most evidently to the safety of navigation in conflict hotspots such as in the Gulf of Aden. In this regard, UNCLOS should remain as the foundation of the maritime rules-based order in which these states must address such multifaceted challenges. For the countries of the Indian Ocean Rim, many of which belong to the Global South, our active engagement is vital, not only on the front lines of these issues, but also because our perspectives can pave forward towards a more inclusive ocean governance in the future. Being home to one of the busiest sea lines of communication in the world, Malaysia not only benefits economically from the Straits of Malacca, but also bears the responsibility of ensuring that global trade passes through them safely and sustainably. To this end, Malaysia has fostered close collaboration with other regional states through various initiatives to safeguard the Straits of Malacca from threats such as maritime crime and marine pollution, while also upholding international law under UNCLOS as the basis for safe, secure, and sustainable navigation in these vital waters. Last but not least, as a state party to UNCLOS, Malaysia has always and continues to implement the various provisions under the Convention faithfully. In addition, Malaysia has constantly advocated for the importance of sustainable development of the ocean in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 14, Life at Sea, as well as a steadfast commitment towards strengthening international peace, security, and cooperation, which extends into the maritime domain. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I wish to convey my best regards to our host in New Delhi, as well as to the distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and fellow participants who are joining from all over the world. May this year's deliberations continue to strengthen our collective resolve to oceans not only for the prosperity of our nations, but also for generations to come. Thank you.